This is Sean with Voices of Racing, and one of our new partners is Vintage Indy. And Mike Lashmett is the owner, and he has been helping individuals with Indy cars that are getting refurbished actually get out on the track again and showcase them at events. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Sean.
All right, so one of the goals for the individual owners is that they can save their legacy of their love of racing and the cars that, they've essentially owned and refurbished. There's numerous different ones within the registry. I know that you said you've got a couple hundred different owners, and currently on the website, they can see the actual cars. But one thing we're going to be able to do is actually incorporate these style of videos for them to be able to talk and tell the history of why they purchased their vintage Indy car and maybe show some great moments they've experienced at the track with different drivers and whatnot. So, Mike, what do you think of this concept and the enhancement for your site, and them also being able to showcase these to people that they love, their family, pass it on for generations, and also other car enthusiasts?
Well, I think it's a great idea, and I love the fact that you came up with it. Obviously, this is a passion-driven sport. Every one of these cars and every one of these owners has a story to tell. The car has a great story historically, and then the owner has a great story as to how they found the car, what their passion is for the sport, their background, and what they've done with the car as far as restoring it, lovingly restoring it, and campaigning it, or exercising it, as they like to say. And we like to think that, in creating Vintage Indy, we gave these guys an opportunity and a venue to exercise these cars on a regular basis in front of fans, and in some cases, tens of thousands of fans at some of the greatest racetracks in North America with INDYCAR and other organizations like SVRA and Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix. We did an event 2 or 3 years ago with ARCA at the Milwaukee Mile. So, the fans love these cars. They love the history. In all of motorsports, there's a lot of great venues all over the world, but no place has the history like Indianapolis has the history. And no place like Indianapolis has the fan appreciation and interest in the history that Indianapolis has. So I think your idea is a great idea. I encourage all of our owners to please consider, participating with Sean and, telling your story, because you've got a great one to tell.
All right, so here's how we got connected. This is Al Unser Jr. This is the car that he ran back in '86, and we were recently, at the beginning of the year, hired to interview top race professionals, friends, and family about their favorite memories of the Unsers. And Mike, that's how you and I got connected. And Al Jr. he works with your organization, and you could just explain a little bit about what his role is.
Well, as I told you, I think I first met Al when he was 9 or 10, and I was on the crew on his dad's Viceroy Special, Johnny Lightning Special originally, later on Viceroy car. And, we reconnected in recent times, and Al Jr. is our pace car driver going into the 3rd year for Vintage Indy. And I also jokingly call him a brand ambassador because, he's a 2-time Indy winner, and he's truly a great brand ambassador for Vintage Indy. And he's done a fabulous job for us, and I consider him an absolute true friend.
All right, so I look forward to being able to work with these individuals that have these refurbished Indy cars, and the process essentially would be they could send in their photos, and we'll have a little pre-call to be able to discuss what storyline they have and in what chronological order they want their legacy to be showcased and saved for their friends and family and other car enthusiasts. And then you're going to be able to host them on your website, which I think is going to be a great aggregate for fans in general to be able to go and learn about the history of these individual cars.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, we have a very strong fan base following, and encourage all of our owners to reach out to you and tell their story, because they've all got great stories. I've heard them all. know quite a bit about how they got their cars and what they've done with them. And I think the fans would really, really enjoy hearing their stories firsthand.
Yeah, we're also going to be able to incorporate others that want to add to the story that they might want to bring to the table. We also do this for families for their oral history of their family itself for seniors, but this is a really exciting road ahead with the Vintage Indy cars. And Mike, I really appreciate you having faith in what's going to happen with these guys, and I look forward to helping save their legacy and their stories of love of racing.
Thanks, Sean. I look forward to seeing you again and working with you in the future.
You got it.